I made a commitment to really emphasize and focus on my health and fitness. And this came about as really a direct consequence of how we finished the previous year, which was, phenomenal financially, but health-wise, I got blood labs done. I was not in a good place health-wise. I mean, for the last 10 years, we've been going crazy in terms of just really pushing ahead with the business, which has been great on so many fronts. But as, I was turning, I think last year, I turned 37, and I looked at that. It wasn't absolutely terrible, but I don't know that you should ever look at your life and say, well, this is, not terrible, and that could be a barometer for just acceptable performance. So it was not optimal by any means. And, around that time, I think in many ways, this is a privilege of solving certain challenges. If you solve a financial challenge, you solve the business challenge, let's say money does not become the most important thing. What I've seen with a lot of business leaders is that once they solve the money problem, then they start to gravitate towards, let me focus on my health and wellness and longevity. To a degree, this could be a very unrelatable podcast to some people because they will look at this as a luxury. But what I've learned, first and foremost, is that your ability to take care of yourself is going to directly impact your level of decision-making, your effectiveness as a leader, and ultimately how successful your organization is. And I used to not really understand that. I thought I could just work hard. Doesn't matter if I'm stressed out. Doesn't matter if I am taking care of myself physically and mentally. The business will still press on. But as I look today, when I look at a lot of leaders that I respect and a lot of organizations that I respect, one of the things that I can appreciate about them the most is their level of longevity and their ability to sustain a certain level of high performance over years at a time. So growing a business is very much a marathon and not so much a sprint. And I've seen a lot of business leaders that start strong and then they hit a point of either burnout or exhaustion, and they're not able to maintain the same level of performance that got them to where they are today. So they kind of exist for the years that come. They're kind of deflated. You could see the soul sucked out of them. I mean, they're going through the motions, and they wonder, why is my business not growing? Why am I not engaged? Why am I not excited? So for me, the thought, especially at the end of 2022, I spent a lot of time thinking about how do I set myself up in a way where I want to do this forever, and then I can remain excited, and then I can remain engaged, and that our best days are always going to be ahead of us and not behind us. So I think that was really the catalyst behind a lot of that transformation. I also had a lot of colleagues of mine that were middle-aged, and they were struggling. They were getting diagnosed with different types of health issues, and they were not able to be active and engaged with their families. They had a lot of regrets. It's like the expression is that the person that's healthy has a million wishes, and the one who's unhealthy only has one.